Good morning, everybody. Well, I did it again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. My name is Susan LaCroix, and my gorgeous daughter, Julie, is watching as I film. So, good morning, Julie. Or hello, Julie.
Good morning. I'm in pajamas. You can't see me and not feeling so gorgeous with my bed head, but I'm so happy to be joining you guys and so happy to see you, Mom.
You too, babe. Well, today is Sunday. It is August 4th. So here we are. We're into August. The year just keeps flashing by. We are in the dog days of summer, so we've had a lot of hot, muggy weather, and with some occasional rainstorms that come in and just make it muggier and more humid. All the more reason to stay in an air-conditioned house and stamp.
Yes.
That's my excuse, and I'm
It's perfect stamping weather.
It really is. It truly is. And I know a lot of people are in the throes of getting their kids ready to go back to school. And I remember those days fondly, believe it or not. It was always exciting to see the excitement on Julie and her siblings' faces as they were getting ready for school and picking out which outfit they were going to wear the first day, and that all that good exciting stuff. So for those of you in that, put a smile on your face and enjoy it, because it'll be gone soon.
I don't know how excited my girls are about starting school.
Oh, really?
They would like summer to continue.
I suppose so. How about you? Are you ready for them to go back?
Oh, I love having them home. So it's a mixed feeling. I love having them home. But I do find that I'm not as productive because I want to, talk with them and hang out with them, and so productivity wise, I need them to go back to school.
Oh dear. Well, you know what, Julie? I want to flip to my desktop because we could just chat all day about this. So we best not, huh?
I can't wait to see what you created.
I'm kind of excited about it too, and I'll explain why. All right, so here we go. But before we do that, we have some things going on this month of August. For starters, bonus days is over, but it's time to redeem all those bonus codes that you received. So you can do it in the month of August. Now through the end of the month. If you wait till September, it'll be too late and you will leave money on the table, so to speak. So I certainly hope that you will redeem those coupons as soon as possible, sooner rather than later. All right, the other thing we've got going is a designer series paper sale. Woohoo! Starts Tuesday, right? That's the 6th, because today's the 4th. So yes, so it starts this Tuesday. And there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 different designer series papers that are on sale, 15% off. So all the $12.50 packs are $10.62. That's US dollars. And I think those are all, it's all the same price, right? Yeah, they're all $12.50 paper packs. So in addition to the ones that are in the annual catalog, we have some carryovers. And the carryovers are the Bright and Beautiful, the Countryside Inn, Country Woods, right, Jules? And Country Lace?
Yeah.
These first 4 are carryovers.
No. Sorry. The Country Lace and the Country Woods are current. Yeah. The perennial lavender. And then Winter Meadow, I think.
You're right. Winter Meadow. So now that we've confused you, let me do this again. Take 2. Okay. Bright and Beautiful, Countryside Inn, Perennial Lavender, and Winter Meadow. Those are carryovers from the last catalog. And I'm excited about that because I love that Winter Meadow. I don't know how much of it I have left, though, to be honest. I always try to use up paper. I don't always succeed very well because I have gobs of the Countryside Inn. Anyway, so that's going on. I'm excited about that. So I'll be adding some things to my already growing list for the pre-order that starts on Tuesday for demonstrators for the September through December mini catalog. That's,
Woo-woo.
yeah. So I'm real excited about that. All right, but let's focus on today. We are in the annual catalog. We are using Wildly Flowering, which is on page 41 in the annual catalog. Let me just open this up a little bit so you can see some of these really nice samples. So we've got, oh man, these are really pretty. Just taste this. I should have. Oh, well, that's okay. But let's look at this bundle or this suite. I apologize. The colors that are in here, in the paper. Oh, see, I should have just done it while I was over here. Are Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, Early Espresso, and Crumb Cake. Now, who would have thought to put those colors together?
I love it. Well, this is featuring a lot of those returning in colors,
Yes.
right? The moody mauve and the wild wheat and um maybe
Yeah.
is it but a little boho blue in there too, yeah?
Well, yeah, you could. That would work with it. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, we have we have a bundle. And I'll show you this, up close and in person. But it's a nice suite. There's a lot of nice things in here. All right, let's look at this. We'll start with the stamp set. Wildflower Designs. It is a cling stamp set. It's a set of 8, and we have just a collection of 4 wildflowers. I love the script. Sending happy thoughts. You've been on my mind, and thank you. Along with a little, I'm not sure what that little design is.
It kind of seems like a texture, like a
Yeah,
almost like a linen or
could be. I was thinking of a screen window, the screen on the window.
mm,
Yeah, but it's not. So, all right. We have a set of dies, and it's a set of 7 dies. So we have 3 labels, and it cuts out all 4 of the flowers. So believe it or not, even with these fewer dies, there's a lot you can do with them. All right. And then we have some other things to go with this. I'm going to leave the designer series paper for last. This is an embossing folder, 3D embossing folder. And I know it's hard to see without anything in here. So there, does that help?
yes, I love this embossing folder. I have nicknamed it the paper towel embossing folder.
Yeah. Do you know what I was thinking? And I didn't do it because I thought about it afterwards. If you angle your paper, if you don't want this little design in an angle, you could create like a straight one, a straight piece of it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I just thought of it. Okay, we have some really cute embellishments, and these are adhesive back texture dots. And so they're 2 sizes, and they're kind of flat. So even though there's some texture to them, they don't stick up real high. So should be okay for mailing. And I'm going to leave those out because I'm going to use them. Now let's take a look at the paper. This is 12 by 12 paper, but I did cut it into 6 by 6 just for ease of sharing with you. And I love this combination of early espresso in the moody mauve. There's a little bit of wild wheat thrown in the middle of the flowers here. I just really do. And then we have a really big pattern. And this is pretty. This kind of has that linen texture you were talking about, Julie.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one has some of the boho blue in here. And it looks like some of the mossy meadow and a little touch of wild wheat somewhere in there. And then the back side of this is wild wheat background. And you can see that linen-y texture a little better, I think, with some of the mauve and the white flowers and early espresso leaves. And kind of a bigger version of that, which is kind of fun, actually, if you look at it side by side. This one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love all the colors.
I do too. And I love that linen-y look again with the crumb cake in the background. And this is just a plain blue kind of linen-y. I think this is Misty Moonlight with a kind of a textured look to that. And then here's the blue background with the flowers. And here's kind of like a tone on tone, just kind of faded in there. I like this one too, with some wild wheat and that one, and then some crumb cake texture. I think I was missing a sheet. Here it is. Because I knew there was a moody mauve one like the Misty Moonlight. Anyway, that's the paper. So pretty. So, so pretty. All right, let me bring out my things. Well, let me show you some samples. So I did this quite a while ago, and I don't even remember what for. I don't know if this was a mystery stamping or a stamp along.
I don't know, but I love that.
Very easy. I just used the embossing folder on the card base and then some strips of the designer series paper and then the early espresso label and popped up the white piece, stamped a flower on it, threw some embellishments on. Very easy, but I don't remember the occasion for which I used it. So then when I was getting ready to do this card for today, I was just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of got stuck. So this is, I do a lot of monochromatic or just two colors, and I like the look. So I embossed some white flowers on a piece of the designer series paper and then put the frame around it, embossed a piece of white. And then this is the textured Misty Moonlight designer series paper. And then back that on white and use some of those pearlized enamel, and I made some dots in the corners. And I struggled with where to put a greeting, so I didn't. So this would be good for a lot of different occasions. And then after talking to you and getting inspired by you on challenge, I did this card. So I just cut like an inch off the corner here or the edge there. And then pulled in some more of the colors that was in that piece of designer series paper toward the edge of the early espresso and the designer series paper.
I like all the colors.
Thanks. So those were the samples that I came up with. Now let's get busy working. Let me pull out my project here with all the little measurements. So my card base is early espresso. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. No fancy folds today. My inside piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4 of basic white. The measurements are in the description. Then I took a piece of early espresso, 3.5 inches by 5.5 or 5 inches, and die cut out that label. I took two pieces of the same size, and which was 3 inches by 4.5. And I die cut it twice. Once with basic white to get the frame, and then once with designer series paper, so it'll layer in there like so. I have another piece of designer series paper, which is 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then another piece, 2 inches by 5 1/4 of wild wheat, which I then embossed with the embossing folder.
Ooh, I love that.
And then I have a strip, 1/2 inches by 5 1/4, which was really just a scrap left over for the inside. And then for my greeting, I have a 3 1/4 inch by 4 inches. That's not 3 1/4 inches, Susan.
3/4 of an inch.
It's 3/4 of an inch. Let me just verify that. So I can change this. Yes, it is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. Then I have a scrap of white to do some stamping and coloring and die cutting. All right. So let's start with stamping. And I'm going to pull out some blends. and some memento and my early espresso and some stamps. Let's put this aside here. Put this aside so I don't stamp on it. And I have my wipes handy, so when I get ink on my hands, I'm all set.
Smart.
Because every single week. All right, and then I'm just gonna need some of this later. All right. So I'm going to take 3 of the flowers and stamp them in memento. Just want to make sure I'm still in camera. We're going to stamp this. And take another one. I'm going to go upside down, actually. Sometimes it's easier when I'm die cutting if I have some of my images. And this one I'm going to kind of turn on an angle. Oh, no, that's not good. All right.
Did it not stamp completely? It's hard to
No,
see.
it didn't. You know what? Let me do this because I already have these done and die cut. Oh, look at that. I don't know what's going on. I have some die cut after I color them, so it's fine. It'll be just fine. So I'll just concentrate on these 2 for now. And then I'll bring out, well, here, ta-da, here they are. All right.
Oh, I love the color on there. I
Oh,
didn't think about coloring them. I don't know why.
well, and this one I brought out, these were like the natural tones. This is the SU 100, you know, that we've got, what, 10 of them?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice dark color for the stem here. And I think that is the only one that needs to be colored there. And not wanting to spend a lot of time because there's a lot of little petals. So you just kind of go fairly quickly. You don't have to be too precise. I know some people are. They would spend lots of time coloring each little petal to perfection.
Not me.
Well, you don't really have to, I don't think. You just want to kind of give a sense of what's in there. And just kind of dot on some color. And then kind of the same for this guy. I just dotted. Again, just to give some color to it. And then the one that didn't color oh so well, I did in wild wheat. Well, we'll just pretend, right? And then I did splash a little of this brown. Not splash, I didn't splash it. Because this does lighten up a bit. Not that we're going to see many of these when all is said and done. So anyway, then I die cut them. So there they are. Okay. These out of the way. And then the only other stamping we have to do is our greeting. It's out of the way. I think I need to clean the top of this early espresso ink pad. All right, so sending happy thoughts is our greeting. And what I'm going to do is I want to stamp the greeting more towards the right side of this. Close enough. All right. Oh, I was going to say mark your calendars, but I can't say it. I've got a little bit of ink. there, and there.
Oh,
I got it. That's okay. All right. Let's do some assembly now. So I'm going to put my little scrap of designer series paper on the inside piece. Along the right edge. And that will set aside for the moment and bring out our card base. So this one's going to go here, and this one is going to go here. And before, well, I can do it afterwards. I guess it doesn't matter. I've got some ribbon. And I'm going to put a strip of this. Oh, I am so bad. I should tell you about the creator of this card. I don't know very much about her at all, other than her name, Create with Christy, and her name is Christy Falk. And so I was just perusing and came across her card and thought that is absolutely lovely. And so I decided to use that. So Christy Falk, if by chance you happen to be watching Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, thank you very much. Okay. I kept telling myself, don't forget to thank her. Don't forget to mention her. All right, so I have some ribbon at the ready. I think she wrapped it around the designer series paper, and honestly, I found that to be kind of a pain. So I'm just going to put it on and cut it. Because where I will put the adhesive for it, since it's a sheer ribbon, is kind of in the center where it'll be hidden. All right, so as I mentioned, our labels are going to go smack in the middle. So I'm actually going to just put some adhesive right here and stretch this across it for now. Now, on my sample, I didn't have to do anything, but I think I need like a glue dot or something here. So let's see what I can do here in hopes that this won't show. Julie, have you been watching the Olympics this week since we've talked last about it?
um, I feel like I haven't watched a lot of TV, period. But we've been watching some of the highlights and things like that, and kind of watching a lot of gymnastics.
Yeah, we haven't watched in the last couple of days. We just seem to be so busy. You know?
I do know.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you sure do. Should we tell these good folks what's happening later today and this week?
Sure, yes. I think I've mentioned it in another video. We're so excited. I'm bringing the girls to come and visit. Yay!
And truly, truly excited to have this, have some visitors this week. All right, so we're going to lay this guy here.
I'm excited that we get to stamp together, and we are planning to film a video, so
Yeah, we are.
gonna make the most of our time together.
Actually, I should say, yeah, we are. Do I want to do this or do I want to do? I'm going to do this. I'll dimensionalize the other piece. So I'm just using some glue dots. I'm collecting a stamp of the innards of these labels or some of the frames to use for other projects.
I have my own pile of die cuts over here.
Yep. Can't bring myself to throw them out, man. I'm
So
gonna,
I actually I'm using the inside piece. So I have a bunch of white frames. And you have a bunch of inside pieces. It's too bad we weren't together because we could
right?
be using each other's.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, let's get some dimensionals out for this boy. Boy, it's pink. Whatever it is. Wonder how it's identifying itself. Oh,
I just love these colors together.
yeah, they are very unusual for sure. Get off of me. Stick one more in the middle.
Well, I feel like wild wheat is a polarizing color. People either love it or they
That's true.
don't.
And I think
Uh,
I tend to love it when it's paired with another color that makes it
yeah.
stand out. But you're right, these are, I would never have thought to pair these colors together at all. All right, so now let's put on our greeting. And I left this over here because that's where I want to put my flowers. So what I want to do is something like this, and then tuck these bad boys over here.
Oh my gosh, I love this so much.
I know, I saw it and I thought, oh man. So once again, Christy, thank you. I think I like that. So these are all going to go up on dimensionals. So I've got some little guys out here. And we'll start with you. Oh, what did I do with my little guys right here? Hmm. I love stamping with flowers. I know we have a ton of them in our catalog. I wish I could grow them as well as I can stamp them.
I have a black thumb too.
Well, you came by it honestly.
Jim
No,
takes care of our house plants because I end up killing them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I don't either. Oh, I need to anchor this sucker down here. I'm going to go ahead and I think put dimensionals on each end and then some seal in the middle. I really thought of bringing out some sparkly embellishments, but I really wanted to use the ones that came with the suite.
I really love the embellishments that are part of this suite. They're some of my favorite in the whole catalog.
And why is that?
I just love that they are a little bit more like natural in tone, and so they're good for masculine cards.
Mhm.
But I just feel like they're very neutral and go with a lot of things, and they're not. I know why you don't like them because they're not blingy. They're not like,
Oh,
you
I do
know,
like them. Oh, I absolutely do like them a lot.
but you tend to lean towards more glitter
Ooh,
and bling. And so I wouldn't necessarily call them bling.
right.
Um, they're really more just like an embellishment. But
Yeah,
I like that they're flat. Like they don't have a very big footprint, if you will. So I feel like you could send them, you know, with a little cushion and they'd be all right.
absolutely. All right. But there we go. I wish that I should have put this one up a little higher. I wonder if I can. I want some more of that wild wheat flower showing. There we go. There we go.
Oh my gosh, so pretty. I love this so much.
All right, so let's add some bling. And I'm gonna put one over here. And let's do another one down here. And put a little guy maybe up here. There. And we'll put our inside piece in and we'll be done.
Perfect.
This was a fun card to make. Definitely. Oh. Those little things like to stick everywhere. I find dimensional backings all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So there is the card. Ta-da.
Oh, just lovely.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is before I turn my camera back, I want to talk about next week. We talked about it a little bit last week of doing a stamp along. So I want to share my dimensions with you right now. And these will also be in the description. So you can prepare before next week. So I am starting with a piece of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And I'm scoring it at 1 1/2, 3 inches, 5 1/2, and 8 inches. So I don't know, do we usually share our score lines too right now?
Yeah, I think it's good to score ahead of time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, designer series paper. You need 2 coordinating patterns. You can use more if you want. It just so happened that the paper I was working with for my sample, it was the patterns I chose were front and back. So it was a little easier for me, but you're gonna need 2 pieces of 1 1/4 by 4 inches. You'll need 1 piece at 2 inches by 4 inches, 2 1/4 by 4 inches, and 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And so I just kind of alternated them. But again, you can use more than 2 pieces if you want. You can use 2 different paper packs if you want. And then we're going to put a belly band around this bad boy. So 1 inches by 7 1/2 inches. And I'm being real generous on that 7 1/2. You're going to maybe want to trim some more off. And then whatever you want to use to decorate your belly band. And then embellishments as desired. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so whatever you want to use to decorate, what do you mean, like a die cut tag or
It could be,
image
yeah,
or
punch tag or a die cut tag or just a cut piece of cardstock to decorate. Yeah, it's kind of whatever you want to use it. It depends on the paper that you're going to use, certainly in the stamp set. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm trying to kind of leave it open without being too vague, and then I don't want to spring extra stuff on you that you maybe aren't prepared for. So I'm not quite sure what the belly band will look at. So we'll look at, so yeah, there is that. All right. Oh, I need this to show. Okay. I will again have these in the measurements in the description for you. We'll also post them when we post yeah, well, it'll be in the video too before we start showing you what we're doing. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Julie, if you don't have any questions, then it must be okay, huh?
I did kind of see what you were working on, so I have a good visual.
Oh, that's right.
But I think your measurements make sense.
Okay. I'm glad it does. Oh dear, I'm gonna put these over here. All right. One more look at my card. Ta-da!
Oh, so pretty.
Over here. There we go. Awesome. Well, that's going to wrap up my part 2. We will see you next week. Julie, please safe travels. I love you. And I think on the end screen, there'll be a link to go back to Julie's. Hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, we always have that.
So if you started with me, you're going to want to go back and see Julie's because you have to go back and see Julie's. I have no idea what it is. I can't wait to see it, but it's always awesome. So why wouldn't you want to go back or see it for a second time? So Anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And until next Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, thank you so much for tuning in. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye, Julie. Love you.